Vibration upgrade in progress. 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 Vibration upgrade at 50%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade at 75%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade is complete. Your messenger has arrived. The show will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Tanya Lee of Harmonia, and we are here for a live recording of a Virgo Timeless Tarot Story. So each month, the birthday sign, and yes, happy birthday out there to my Virgos, you guys get the public-facing reading for the Timeless Tarot Story. But that's not all. You also have one that is unlocked over at Harmonia Friends Club. It was unlocked on Monday. The title for that one is Flipping the Narrative to a Positive Point of View. So if that title interests you or you're intrigued by it or called to it, make sure you check over Harmonia Friends Club. And for those of you who are wanting to see your other sign placements, they are unlocked pretty much each week. I pull out each individual sign. You guys get a Timeless Tarot Story just like this one. But like I said, you get a bonus one for those of you who have this placement. So happy birthday out there. So we're going to get started here shortly. Let me just switch over here, the banners. Hi. Welcome, Debbie. Hi. Welcome for the live. So since Debbie, you are on, just want to remind people, since this is live, I don't interact as much with the audience, but I will interact with you guys at the end because I try to keep this focused on there. So not trying to ignore anybody, but yeah, that's how it goes. All right. So you guys ready? You're just going to take what resonates, leave the rest. Do not force anything to fit. I want to see first, Virgo, what numbers are with you. And then we're going to go in to see other placements of signs here for you as well. And this is just to add flavor to it. You don't have to have this these signs or placements in your chart, Virgo. It's just to see the energy. It could also reflect other people if other people are involved in this reading. Okay, it's Timeless Tarot Story, so we don't know where it's going to go. All right, let's call in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascendant masters. Spirit, if we can hone in on Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, my collective, whether they're watching the live or the replay, what story needs to unfold this evening for Virgo? What numbers are with them? We have a 6 and a 3, which all breaks down to threes, but it comes to a 9. So there's something here in regards to revisiting an emotional replay when it comes to memories. Now, the fact that it's a 9 tells me there's closure. So there has to be some kind of closure of a cycle for you, something that was unresolved that is coming up to play for you again. And let me tell you, the curiosity that comes in a number 3 with collaboration, togetherness, creativity, something here is being mirrored back to you in the connections that you have within this time of when you feel you're listening to this. But I'm just for now going to say for the month's energy of September. But there's definitely a lot of triggers happening. I almost want to say Virgo is in trigger season. It feels like that. So there's some unresolved issues here that are coming up in play. They may come up into the reading themselves. All right, let's see what other sign placements are here. We have Sagittarius. You may have this in your chart. And we have Taurus. Now, interesting combo here of fire meets earth, and there's a lot of earth energy. But when we think of Sagittarius, we think of the explorers, the ones who are hungry for the truth. But when it comes combined with Taurus energy, it's usually very methodical, possessive, patient, sensual, likes the idea of what's around them, can become very materialistic. But Virgo, you're the analyst kind of individual. You're the individual here who is of service, the service mind. So there's something here about the self exploration, but I almost feel this energy of the hangman coming out for you. It feels like that. Let's see what card is representing you in this story. No reversals on initial story play. Look at that. The Six of Cups. Well, Spirit doesn't lie. Neither do the numbers. And apparently so the cards don't lie as well. It says, what memories from the past are trying to get your attention? I told you. Did I not tell you that in the channel message? That there's something here coming up about the past when it comes to connections, when it comes to relationships, whether this is with family, whether this is with lovers, whether this is with friends, colleagues. What memories from the past are trying to get your attention, Virgo? All right. Let's see what Oracle of the Universe card is here for you. And you know what's funny? I remember in the reading I did over at Harmonia Friends Club that released on Monday, the title, Flipping the Narrative to a Positive Point of View. I believe that was the Hangman card you were in. It's been a while since I posted that last week, but I mean, I recorded that last week. We have 37. Well, look at that. Now it comes to a 10, a rebirth. But we have Helix, Eye of God, protection. I like how this ladder is going up here because with the Eye of God, it tells me that not only are certain areas in your life where you're moving forward or you're ascending, you're also very protected. And that may be in individuals leaving your life as well. But let's see what the Helix has to say here with the Eye of God. All right, Virgo. It says, know you are loved and protected. To live an authentic life, you must engage healthy boundaries for yourself. Take your time in trusting new people, especially in business and with finances right now. Check all contracts thoroughly before signing. And while you are partially the product of your ancestors, you have free will. Take only the positive from the ancestry and be aware of any family toxicity if it stops within you. There's something here about your boundaries that are going to be tested in this story. All right. Let's see what the blockages are, the challenges for you. We're using the Unveiled Tarot. And all of these you can look in the description box if you're interested in the cards. The challenges for you, your stability. This card also reminds me of boundaries. She's in a gated community. So this is independence. This is feeling secure and stable, but unbothered. She's enjoying her tea in a beautiful secret garden. But don't let you fool you. It is something that is guarded. So this Virgo has a wall, a fortress up right now around themselves. All right. What are their breakthroughs in this story? What is Virgo's breakthroughs in this story? Lessons, commitment, the Hierophant, Taurus energy, and we had that, and that come up in the dice. You know, you still have a free spirit. but you do mean all business right now. And again, I feel this level that at one point you were trampled on or allowed individuals to freely go in and out of your gates. And this is something here where you're committed now to have proper boundaries, especially when it comes to individuals from the past or when new individuals enter your life. So let's see, Virgo, what you're walking into. What is this Virgo walking into? Reversals are now up. They will be played out by these cards. Virgo, what are you walking into? Oh my gosh. Boundaries. Notice how everything is in nature. I feel like this Virgo right now is doing everything that they can to possibly be grounded. So whether this is their desire to be, or that's the place where you feel the most comfortable is outdoors. But there's something here about even being outdoors, you find a way of making yourself feel grounded, but your boundaries and walls are still there. So how can your boundaries still be there, especially if you're at like a public park? Well, you may have resting bitch face. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. Your energy is showcasing a boundary here. This is someone here who says, "Don't bother me. I'm busy." Okay, and there's energy of this Virgo here who's acting unbothered. But at the same time, I do feel people are stepping away from Virgo. They're not saying, "Hello, how are you?" And if they do, they may sense a boundary. Yeah. There are certain opportunities that are coming up for this Virgo that they're not very interested because they had their walls down at one point and they're in the midst here of some massive changes. But this closure or the way that the story is ending, I almost feel like, you see how this book is here, this daydream is like, I don't even, this is the boring part of the book, right? Well, I feel like this Virgo here feels like they're very bored in the midst here in a chapter of their life where nothing is really exciting them, but they know that they're healing. They know that they need a change, but the opportunities that are presented to them just feel like the same. So you see red flags right off the bat when it comes to things. It's like it's just going to be the same old story again and again. Yeah. I feel like this Virgo keeps to themselves. They tend to their own garden, which means they're tending to their own health. They may be working. I don't know. You're just staying in your lane, but you want to be unbothered. And there's a freedom here of enjoying the stability. Let's see what's emerging, though. Well, when you get to the point of being unbothered, when you get to the star area of Aquarius, you also start manifesting some things when you start allowing your walls to fall down. But what's happening here is that when a Virgo is the most vulnerable, it's in a passion. So I feel like this Virgo does tend to let their walls down when they're in the midst of passion of doing something that they truly love. This could be going for a walk. This could be going to the movies. This could be, I don't know, just really getting involved into the kind of project that you're working on at work. But that's when the walls kind of emerge. That's where you are beaming, lit up, enjoying yourself. And in that enjoyment is when the light is shined. And that is when the energy of others start approaching you. Yeah. especially individuals who feel like they can come back around again. And they may not necessarily come back in the same suits. Okay. So new people sometimes can reference these old people. Okay. You see the same characters, they remind you of somebody. So again, you're kind of pulling in people from the past right now when you are in that vulnerable state. But some of you are annoyed by the presence of it because you think that you're over it, or it comes back up again and says, why am I going through this yet again? I thought I was over this, is really the big energy that I'm feeling for this Virgo. And you know you're being watched. And you know you're being looked. And there's one in particular that is persistent with communicating with you right now. And it could be somebody old, but it could also be somebody new who's asking for a shot. And I feel like this is, in essence, to, well, open up. And we're going to see, we're going to go a little bit deeper because it is your birthday. What is this individual trying to relay to Virgo? What are they trying to relay to Virgo? King of Pentacles, there's that Taurus energy that I feel. This person's coming from a distance. They're very practical, methodical. Again, that committed energy here. I feel like this individual has some unfinished business with you. This could also be a state here where something did not get proper closure. I do feel this person here is walking on eggshells around you. Nobody really wins with the Five of Swords, but I also feel this energy here, someone wanting to speak to you and trying to approach you. And the relay for this, and if this is somebody who's new on there, this is about being shot down and wanting to know why. So this is a person here who is definitely someone who nurtures, is a protector, but at the same side, they want to see what is out there. There's something about the exploration, and I feel like that exploration almost comes in that Sagittarius energy. All right, what advice does Spirit have here for my collective who are dealing with this energy? 2 cards. The Mob. Now, this is a particular card for this deck where it feels like you're being haunted, where it feels like it's suffocating. And it's like, why do I attract old energy? Well, it could be, in this case, as you are surrounded by it, whether it's old memories, a specific person, lots of different people in your past. The most important thing to know is that you're the center of it. And the center is that star area that I told you, the core of how much you have changed. Remember, this is about your stability, your blockages, and not needing to over explain yourself in the mob. What do you do when you get in the mob? You want to get the hell out of there. Look at this. 10 of Wands here. See, in the past, you had to do all of the legwork. And there's something in the energy, if a person is being insistent of you doing the legwork of telling them why, and no is not enough for them, then that becomes the burden to you. I also feel this massive burden here of working in line with other individuals. And here's the thing. This is at a closure for you. Remember, you are protected. So there's nothing here that you need to really state or do other than say no if you don't want this energy around you. Remember that these are little tests for you. You are being married back to you, but also what you learned from it. You know, there is appreciation here, and I'm just going to look underneath the deck here and look at that. We have the Nine of Cups. The appreciation has to come in with the fulfillment part. Your doors may not be ready to open, but you are starting, and this is the biggest thing for you right now, Virgo, that you need to understand. You're starting to trust your intuitive nudge, but you are trusting the safety of your boundaries. That is the most important thing here for you. So when you go out into the mob, you know that you can trust yourself in making the right decision now. See, before the reason you were closed off and closing everybody out is that you weren't trusting yourself because you let some real bad people in. But the accountability part is that you realize that now. And if you do let people in and you do see the red flags, you can always change your mind. You can always have the communication with them and say, hey, something's up. Let's communicate it out. But it's your portion that you're taking accountability on. So test these thresholds, not to seclude yourself, but to allow yourself to realize that this is an intuitive muscle here that is coming in place, that you are learning to realize the strength that you have with having proper boundaries and when to let people in. All right, Virgo, that's what I have for your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for those of you who joined me live. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Debbie. And I will be back here tomorrow. I hope to see you guys here. And that's going to be for the love readings. It's already set up, so make sure you mark your notifications. That's for the All Signs Love Tarot. Who's thinking about you and what's next in love? If that interests you, I hope to see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, if you want more readings like this, check out Harmonia Friends Club, my membership area. You guys take care and have an amazing evening. Bye.